Hey everyone, Corey here. I am coming back to do my yearly predictions for each and every zodiac sign. These messages will be recorded and posted as they are available. So if you are reading this, if you're seeing this one and you're like, well, where's all the rest? They will come. They will come in time. I'm trying to get them all done before I go out for surgery, and so that they are available to you. I am asking this year for in the comments below. There is a donation space where it's a PayPal link, and that PayPal link is the link where you can donate a coffee to me. This year, when all of these recordings will roll itself out, I will be heading into surgery in December and having to take some time off of work. I am not uh, I'm not going to be off forever. It is going to be temporary. I just don't know how long it's going to be yet, for sure, before I can do any work. But I'm going in for a spinal fusion on my L3, 4, and 5, and S1, I believe it is. I think that's the plan as of right now. So I will be taking time off. So this year, I am asking for some support. And I thought I've been paying into an insurance plan for years that I thought would be covering this. And I have found out that it is not covering. So I will not have any medical coverage, any loss of wages or anything for this time off. And so I do need the support. So I'm just asking. So you will see this on the beginning of each and every video. And so if you go to YouTube and in the link below, there will be a space in the comments that is my PayPal link. If you can, if you can't, it's totally okay. It's tough times for a lot of people, and I totally understand. Still enjoy your reading as much as you ever would have. I'm just honored to be able to share it with you. So this one is, so moving forward, this and everyone that's coming will be released as the appropriate times for the video to appear. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. That also helps me to be able to grow the channel and to be able to get sponsorship on the channel as well, which is what I am hoping to achieve in this 2024 or before 2024 hits. Who knows? But thank you for your love and for your support. Hey everyone, Corey here. I'm coming in to do the energy updates for 2024 for each and every one of the zodiacs. This one is going to be for Aries. Please remember, these do not replace any medical, psychological advice that you have been given. You always have your free will, and to use your free will, this is general, this is not personal. You can also purchase your personal for when I will be back up and in service. I will open up the appointment book as I can. And so yours is being recorded in November while I'm still available. So in November 2023, I do still have some availability on my appointment book where you can book your own one-on-one session with me. So let's see. So for Aries coming into 2024, I feel like we've been really stepping into 2020. Like, we went into 2023 with some high hopes. With some high hopes, with some real high hopes of that life was going to be, the challenges were now behind us, the hard times were now done, and we were moving and shifting into a greater time, into a time of where we could really start to build momentum and move forward. Not everyone in the Aries have experienced that fully, but we have seen it in bits and pieces. It has been like coming and going. So it's like trying to get the channel to come in, trying to get the right channel on the TV back in the days when you had little rabbit ears and we're getting all staticky, and you get it in, you watch it, and you're so excited because you're about to watch a show, you're about to go forward, something good is about to happen, and then we lose that connection again and it gets staticky. And so everything turns staticky again. So we have a lot of that, confusion in there of why hasn't everything fully taken place? Well, 2024, we're going to meet that staticky in the beginning. It's like it's going to go totally static for a little bit, but it is the way forward. It is the beginning of where we went from having antenna ears to being able to have cable and being able to have all these channels and not losing connection. Well, that's what it's like. It is like the eras, the times of when something new begins, like when microwaves came in and we didn't have to wait forever to cook your spaghettios at lunchtime, or your tomato soup, or warm up your warm up your stuff. And we were so excited as children. And we got a microwave, and it's like, oh my God, we got a microwave now. Things, we can do things faster. Or when we got our first Atari games, and all of those things that were the things that felt like we just got the whole world and our world had advanced and changed. Well, that's where we're moving into. Is it the fully, is it the absolute best for us yet? Maybe not right in the beginning, but it's only going to go up from there. It's only going to advance from there. It just feels like it's just going to develop. It doesn't mean that we don't meet challenges, that we don't meet the ups and downs, but that's the beginning. That's how 2024 is rolling out for most Aries. Now, of course, your influence upon your own year matters. How you show up, your actions, your choices, your decisions, it all matters. If you're late getting to your boat, you're going to miss the boat. You're going to have to stand on the dock longer, and you're going to have to wait for the boat again. You're going to have to wait around again for that time to come again. And that time may not appear immediately. That time may not show up right in this moment for you. You may be a few more months, but don't worry, it'll come around again. But try not to be late for your own show. Try not to be late for your own life. Try to really truly be the one who creates and writes your stories and tells the truth and speaks about who is showing up, and that it's you, that it is you that is present in your 2024, that it's not past versions of you, and it's not something that you're not anymore, that it is the you that you want to follow through into. You want to follow through. So you don't want your version of yourself that can't stay committed. You don't want the version of yourself that don't believe in yourself. You don't want the version you have now until we roll into 2024 to really start to look at that version of yourself, to see who you are and what you are and what you need and what you want, because it's going to make a massive difference moving in through the year of how the year rolls out for you. Now, 2024 is on a world scale is going to be blah in so many areas, and it's going to take some time. I want to say it's going to be 2025, 2026 before we start to see the turnaround of this. But that doesn't mean that if the world has something happening, it doesn't mean our world will be a full reflection of it. I feel like there's opportunities. So if you are that newly married couple, and you've been trying to to buy a home, if you've been trying to put yourself in that position, every bit of evidence that says, oh, you can't buy a home, or oh, that's not possible, or it's the wrong time. It might be the wrong time for others, but it's going to be the right time for you. It's going to be the right time for you to make those choices, for you to make those decisions. It's going to be the right time for good things to flow out into your life and around your life. Or I just had to take a break to answer a phone call in between recording. Now trying to remember exactly where I am. So if the message jumps from one message to the next and it doesn't make sense, it's because I had to stop. and so I'm coming back in again. Sorry to my Aries, but I don't want to lose the first half of this because there's so much valuable information that may be of service to you. So I'm just going to continue from where I am and what I have happening or what I got coming up. I know I was talking about like the advancement and moving forward. And then I was talking about, so I know I've been talking about, if you're a newly couple and the world's telling you not to purchase or not to buy, then that's the whole world, then it may not be for you. Like your situation may be different. So it is a time that you may find yourself when the whole world is saying not to do something. It's like, don't follow the sheep, follow your intuition, follow your instincts, and just trust that you may be doing something that may be much more beneficial than listening to the critics or listening to the judgment, listening to the fear story. That you have to have faith in you and really truly trust that self to do the right things that just feel right to you. Because I just get this overwhelming sense that, you know what, there's a reason why you may be, pushed and pulled into the direction of making something happen in your lives. that didn't happen before. If this is about, if you're just recently in a relationship, or you're just in a relationship and you're married and you've been talking about having children, or you may all of a sudden be having that turnaround. You may be having that change of thought. You may be someone, this is the year that those people who said, I'm never having children, I'm never doing this, I'm never. And as my mother always said to me, never say never. You never know who you'll be and how life will change and who you will meet that will change your mind. And so sometimes you just got to become the person you need to be for the things that you need in your life. And this is going to be one of those years when, you may have been saying to yourself over and over and over, I'll never do this. I'll never have this. I'll never go back to that kind of job. Or I was never having children. And this may be the year that you find yourself having children. You may find yourself changing your mind. And it's okay to change your mind. You may have a lot of change of hearts and change of thoughts and change of minds in 2024. It just feels like it is the year of where you start to really think for the self that is present now, and not thinking for the scared last version of you, the angry version of you, the pissed off, the one who thought you could never bring a child into this world because the world is going to go to shit and blah, 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 blah. Or I just want to live by myself. And I just feel like for some of you may be feeling that's not how I see life now. And so there is a sense of moving from a more moving into a more self-aware of the person you are in your today's, and how you want to grow that in going throughout 2024. There is a lot of beautiful opportunities that are blooming and coming up, and I see beautiful opportunities. With those beautiful opportunities, remember to be aware of the wolf in sheep clothing. So be aware that the sinister does still exist. And when you're thriving, there's others that don't want you to thrive. And there's others that want you to come back to being the person you are. So for some of you, this is going to be a little reminder. Hold on to this. If you have an ex from the past, and all of a sudden, when your life is going so well, they enter back in, you have to question yourself of why they are there again. Why are they showing up again? And what do they really want? So if you were not good enough for them, if you were the problem, if they left you for somebody else because they could do better than you way back then, you have to remember you can do better than them now, because they want back to finish off what they had started. They are there to be the trickster energy, to pull you away. It is that temptation, that temptation that pulls us away from the direction we are designed to go. And so the distraction can take us from getting into our destiny sooner. It could really pull you back. And so I felt a word coming on, and I couldn't get the word out and it didn't appear. So stay focused on your destination, and know that if it's from the past, you need to throw it back to the past. So what belongs in the past, throw it back to the past. Now, there is some cleaning up of energy that has to do with your own behaviors and your own stuff also this year, to make sure that it doesn't follow you through. So any old habits, it is time to break the habits. And not on New Year's. It's not always on New Year's Eve. This is not a New Year's Eve thing. This is a, slow and steady wins the race sometime. What are those habits that you have found to be almost impossible to break? This is the year that you break them. This is the year that you have the potential, not that you can do, not that everyone follows fully through on this. This year has the energy, it has the potential, and it has the possibility that you could really, truly overcome those great challenges in your life, those things that have been the biggest obstacles, whether it is food, cigarettes, alcohol, whatever it may be, that you could really, truly get there this year. You could find yourself living in that healthy, ideal body. Before the year's over, you'll look back and you're going to go, oh, wow, how did all this happen? The mindset shift. It is a shift in the energy. Aries have had from like 2018, and if you've had Chiron very much in your astrological signs, it's been healing the healer. It has been difficult. It has not been easy. Now, Chiron is not moving, but we're moving through the healing. Chiron is not even an obstacle or bad. Chiron is the evolution of healing. It is that we have to be able to heal those wounds, but also to be willing to let ourselves, surrender and let ourselves just say, I'm just done. I'm just done the old ways. I'm done the struggle. And sometimes that struggle is in the things that we keep allowing to have such hold on us. And those things that take us into bondage and hold us back, those are not the things we want moving forward. It's yucky. We don't want it. We don't need it. So it's like root it out, get it gone. It's time to remove the weeds. Who cares if the weeds can make good tea? Who gives a shit? It is time to pull the weeds, let your green grass be green grass. And because the weeds will eventually choke out the green grass. And it is time to clean up the weeds. Lots of symbolic in your message. And there's going to be a lot of signs this year for you. There's going to be a lot of symbolism of moments and experiences of the past that are going to remind you you've been there. Do you want to go there again? Is this a premonition to a beautiful future? Or is this going to bring me to another limitation? Is it going to hold me back again? Is it going to keep me from going where I need to go? Is it going to keep me from living my ideal life? What is it? Why is it there? And why is it having such hold on me? Now on the flip side of this, I'm going to go a little bit into my seniors. I really have my seniors. So my seniors who are moving into retirement, my seniors that are getting prepared for life. I feel like for some of you to really just remember this could be the best years of your life. And whatever has been really challenging you, now it's time for you to embrace those. If you have been widowed for a period of time, you've been divorced, you've been on your own, I wouldn't be one bit to be surprised to see wedding bells ring, bliss, joy, happiness find you, movement, taking a cruise, doing things that just fill your soul. It's just like you feel inspired this year to just step up and step into living. Now, remember, my seniors are like 55 and over. So, this could be any of you. I mean, you just don't know. And so there is this magical energy that is there. I just feel the rise of that magical energy that is coming up for us. And so when I asked that, I got forever golden, Davina, and she is forever golden. And so on the flip side of that, and back to all of us, it's to know that we are forever. We have little chips and bruises and broken little pieces that we can't find the peace, but it doesn't matter. It's what we bring ourselves back in, bringing ourselves back together. And just know that on the other side of this, it's just going to be a hell of a lot better than what it has been for many. Now, this is also a year of major, health repairs. So if you've had major health concerns, or if it could be the year that a health concern, reveals itself to you, and not to scare you, not to harm you, not to cause you any more harm, but to fix the things that can eventually be worst. So I just feel like you may be discovering things within your health that need to be dealt with, and it needs all the love, compassion, caring, and faith that things will work out. Do we all make it into 2025? Of course we don't. That's not how it rolls. There's going to be some of us from each sign that will not make it into the next year, but that's life. But in the meantime, we're here to live in our moments. But as for the health concerns, I do see some surgeries. I see full recoveries. I see having to really, truly depend upon support and allow yourself to be supported. And I am an Aries, and I can tell you, I am one of those people. I am going to be in that recovery, but my surgery will be done in 2023. So I'm not a 2024 surgery. I'm a 2023. But I do see some health issues. I do see somebody like, and I feel like this is kind of really freaking personal. I do feel like someone's just like washing their body or whatever, and they do find like a lump. I'm feeling this lump like on the left-hand side. And I'm like, and don't leave it. Whoever you are, if you feel a lump on that left, anywhere, don't leave things and just go, oh, I'm scared to get things checked. you're going to be more scared down the road if you don't do the things that you need to do now. It is something that is just saying to me, it is something that if discovered early, it can be, you can have a full recovery and a bounce back in life. And so this is a bounce back year for Aries. It is a comeback year. It is a year of coming into self. It is a year of growth and development. I do see like the fire is rising, the fire is rising. Um, some may even be finding themselves finding their way into a deeper spiritual relationship, a deeper relationship with the divine, coming into that relationship. But gold is our color this year, and we are going for gold. This year, Aries, we are going for gold. And not to be apologetic of putting yourself first, making yourself a priority, and shooting for the stars, going for what is yours and taking advantage of it. And that's not taking advantage of others. That's saying you can all come along with me. I'd love to share the enjoyment of that. But I'm no longer going to be sitting back and just waiting. It is a time of moving forward. It's the way home, baby. And so I got Emi, and no longer going backwards, but going forwards. This is also represents like the death card. And the death is not always a bad thing. It's an ending of difficult situations. It's an ending of the things that are restricting us, encaging us. And we are moving in towards gold. I just told you our color this year is gold, and we are going for gold. And that means we are being kissed by the angels, the kiss, the blessing of God, whatever God means to you, divine source creator. Use whatever language suits you. And we have the guardians, and we have Willow, and beautiful Willow, and the beautiful guardians. It just feels like things are blossoming, things are blooming and going this year. And this is my Everyday Goddess Oracle cards, which you can purchase on the website. And so with the guardian, and what the guardian is showing me and revealing to me and telling me is that, our ability to be able to ask to be supported, to ask for deeper understanding, deeper learning, to come into a realization within ourselves that we have that sense of leadership, but we're also not here to do the world alone. So partnering is big this year. It could be marriage, it could be healthy relationships, it could be work, whatever it is. But just knowing that we also have our guardian angels. And there's going to be periods of time this year when there may be mishaps, close calls of accidents that it's like, holy shit, I've had my guardian is with me. And I feel like your guardian angels are going to be with you through some of those close calls. If you're a skier this year, if you're a downhill skier and you go skiing on a regular basis, double check your poles, your braces on your clamps on your brackets on your skis that keeps your boots in place. Double check all of those things and be very aware of your surroundings when you are skiing this year. I just feel like, and I feel like, and I'm seeing like an avalanche of energy coming in. So this could be like just an avalanche of good things, or, there could be that big avalanche. You may be skiing and you could be, in an area where an avalanche warning comes in. Heed the warnings and move, and don't go back. Don't tempt faith. Don't tempt fate this year. This is not the year to tempt fate. She's angry this year. And there's a lot of anger out there. So if she says get out of the way, get out of the way. Right? It's that energy. If it says move, move. And if you don't move, your guardians are going to move you. So if you don't get yourself out of a unhealthy relationship or move yourself from unhealthy places and things this year, your guardians are going to move you. You're going to be moved by life, and life is going to move you in such big ways that you're not going to be able to deny it, because we're on our way. And so this, of course, does bring in endings for us as well. You may have, that dear person in your life that is preparing to pass over, preparing to leave. And you may have had warning, you may have all the signs, you may have been preparing for it, but nothing prepares us for the end. So, when we're talking about, this being a good year in so many ways, is that, when someone else is relieved of their pain and their suffering, and we know, that they're being relieved of all this hurt, that you're still here to have to exist in your pain story. but the knowing for them is that they are returning to that light, that they're, they're sending back to you that hope and that faith, and they want you to live for them. They don't want you to stop living. They want you to live even more than ever for them. So if you're someone who's experiencing that this year, then just, think think about them and smile, and just remind yourself, I'm going to live for you today. I'm going to live. I'm going to do all things that include living. It's a great year for assisting, a great year for volunteering, great opportunities, I feel like, for stepping into doing some volunteer work, to becoming a part of something bigger than ourselves, and doing something that is larger than life for us sometimes. And that could be simply by volunteering at a Christmas dinner or whatever that may be. We have timeless treasure, and she speaks of the last quarter mile and, the 360, but that last 5 minutes we got left in a race, that last 5 minutes left on a shift, that last 5 minutes, that last quarter mile to having to do the hardest things, the challenges. That challenge is here. And the way to liberation is to really, truly believe in ourselves, to stay focused on the goal, the dream, the opportunity, and to just say, I can persevere through this. I can get through this. And by the guides of the divine, I know that I am divinely supported. I am loved, and that all things are working out for my highest good. And I know I'm going to thrive. And this is just the obstacle. And something is going to come in that's going to shine a light, that's going to give me the wealth, the income, the help, the support, whatever it may be, to help me get through this, and then to move beyond that, to begin again. So some people are living whole new lives as new people, letting go of the attachments, not being attached to all of this energy over here, but see this little bee. What does a bee be a part of? Making honey. Bee is a part of making honey, the nectar of life, golden again, golden. And that golden honey is the thing that feeds our soul, that feeds our life, that heals, that does it all. We're on the way to the nectar. Don't waste the honey. Don't waste the bee. Don't underestimate the power of something that is so great inside of us, that has been waiting to awaken, to thrive, to just grow. And this beautiful bee defies all odds. And when it looks like it's probably doing nothing, like the world looks like nothing is really happening, there is so many magical things happening. So in those times of when you are requiring to rest and to be in a pause and to be quiet, know that powerful things are taking place. Just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. And the universe is moving and shifting the pieces to put you into the alignment for the direction and the projection of what life should be. Remember, this is also a year to keep things in perspective. And that means your sacredness, that you are not here to just throw yourself all out again, to give all of you away. What is precious to you? What do you hold on to? And what is dear for you? So this is a little heads up. Don't give out all your secret plans. Don't fill everyone in on everything that is happening. Really, truly just keep your head down like the bees and just get to work and build the honey, build that honeycomb, build that nest, and all will be revealed in divine timing. And just know that, just zip it sometimes. Stop giving out too much information. Stop feeling like you got to overshare. That's trauma response. And just hold it back, hold it in, contain it, and have that sense of constraint and commitment to you, to breathe into this energy, because when it goes, it goes. When it explodes, it explodes. And there's going to be big explosions, big change. And the world got a lot of shit show stuff that's going to be happening. But you got a life to live, and you're not the world, you are you. We exist in the world, we're a part of the world, but we're not all of the world. There is beautiful things and beautiful people, and there's a lot of it still left in this world. Be a part of that. That's my message for you for 2024. I send you much love. Like I said, if you like, please subscribe. There is a donation space in the bottom. I'm going to be down for a few months when you're listening to this. So any little donation to my PayPal to help me keep keeping this business up and running and going and be able to share this content, it is so greatly appreciated. I don't know if anyone could know how much it is appreciated as I move into this stage of the journey that I now have to walk. I send you much love and thank you so much.